everybody and welcome to Arabic with Amina. Today's video is going to be about past tense verbs and conjugation. As mentioned previously, azminatul fi'l or the verb tenses in Arabic are three main tenses: the present tense, the past tense, and the imperative tense. The future tense falls underneath the present tense. Today's video, we will be focusing on actions that have occurred in the past. الفعل الماضي. There are a few characteristics of past tense verbs. The past tense is actually considered to be the verb root of which other tenses and forms are derived. Our template for verb roots was فعل. This means that the verb root is also the singular male form of the verb. So فعل would mean he did. When conjugating past tense verbs, they are conjugated by a suffix only and not a prefix. This suffix will reflect the doer of the verb or the action. So taking our template for the verb root and also for the past tense verb, we have فعل, which is he did. The past tense will have a fatha on every letter of the root. Some other examples of past tense verbs are دفع, he paid, كتب, he wrote, and دخل, he entered. Moving on to the conjugation of past tense verbs. We'll start off by attaching singular pronouns to a past tense verb. We will be using the verb دخل, which is he entered or to enter. And the first pronoun we will be conjugating is she. The suffix we will be adding is ta with a sukun on top. We simply add this to the end of the word and it becomes dakhalat. She entered. When attaching the pronoun she, the fatha of the last letter of the verb remains. This is something to note because with the remaining pronouns, the fatha will change. If we are to say you in speaking to a male, we would add the suffix ta plus fatha. Add it to the end of the verb and it becomes dakhalta. Notice how the last letter of the verb root changed from fatha to sukun. We will be changing the fatha to a sukun when adding all of the remaining singular pronouns, except for she. To say you entered but female, we also add another ta, but this time the ta has a kasra. The last letter is also changed to sukun, and the difference is that this ta has a kasra. dakhalti, you, female, entered. To say I entered, we add ta with a dhamma on top. So, dakhaltu, I entered. Our last singular pronoun is we. We add noon alif to the end, and it becomes dakhalna, we entered. Now moving on to the plural pronouns. We'll start off by adding antum, which is you, plural, male form. We will be adding ta mim to the end of the verb. So, دخلتم. Notice how we also change the fatha to a sukoon when adding this pronoun. دخلتم. If we say they, female plural form, hun, we simply add a noon to the end. دخلنا. Saying they, male plural form, for the pronoun hum, we will be adding waw alif to the end of the verb. This is known as the plural waw or waw al-jama'a. دخلوا. This time we did not change the fatha to a sukoon. Instead, we changed it to a dhamma. This is to match the vowel waw. دخلوا. To say they, referring to two, huma, we add alif, which is alif al-ithnain, and it becomes dakhala. The last vowel of the verb is matching the alif added, since alif is a vowel. So we have fatha followed by alif. Dakhala. They, dual form, entered. Here are a few examples of past tense verbs. أخذ الطالب الكتاب. The student took the book. Our verb here is in red, and it is أخذ. It does not have any suffixes attached to it, and so it is simply in the singular masculine form. أخذ الطالب الكتاب. Another example would be جلسنا بالحديقة. We sat in the garden. Our verb جلسنا has the suffix nun alif added to the end, referring to the pronoun we. We sat in the garden. A few other examples that may cause confusion for some people are أكلت الطعام. I ate the food. أكلت الطعام. She ate the food. أكلت الطعام. You, talking to a male, ate the food. And أكلتي الطعام. You, talking to a female, ate the food. How can we differ these pronouns when added to the verb? Well, for our first example, I ate the food, we are adding the suffix ta, which has a dhamma on top, أكلت. When we said she ate the food, the ta at the end has a sukoon, أكلت. And we did not change the last vowel on the verb to a sukoon. So there is fatha followed by ta with sukoon on top. أكلت, she ate. When we said you, referring to a male, we added a ta that had a fatha on top. أكلت الطعام. And saying the same sentence but to a female, we added a ta that has a kasra. أكلتي الطعام. And that's it for our video regarding past tense verbs and how to conjugate them to the different pronouns.